Welcome back. I'm Rick Phelps with Action Coach, and this is Understanding Your Economic Engine. This is our seventh session in this series. They're built on each other. So if you haven't already, I would encourage you to go back and watch the first six. But today we're going to introduce inventory into our simple throughput accounting model. Right? So far, we, in the last session, talked about the definition of throughput dollars. We defined throughput as the rate at which the system generates money through sales. We then defined operating expense as all the money the system spends in turning inventory into throughput. And in the last session, we kind of ignored the inventory. What exactly was that? And so let's open up the definitions here and add the piece in the middle. Inventory, all the money the system invests in purchasing things the system intends to sell. Now you notice I've circled the COGS, the cost of goods sold, and put a plus symbol in there. In this broad definition of inventory, things that you're going to sell is a lot broader than what you might think it is. Certainly it includes all the materials and the raw materials and the parts and pieces that you buy, that you're going to assemble and machine and produce and turn into throughput dollars. That's certainly part of it, but it's also anything else that the business might buy and intend to one day sell, including the buildings and the machinery. Okay, so this is a very broad definition of inventory. But for the most part, we can look at it for now as the cost of goods sold. And those things that you're buying, and usually and often buying ahead, particularly now in this crazy time when the supply chains have been disrupted by COVID-19, inventory becomes a really, really critical part of business. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about inventory and how that plays into your business and introduce a few more metrics. So we've always been talking about net profits. Here's the formula. It's fairly simple. It's the throughput dollars coming in minus the operating expenses, gives you the profits that overflow once all the operating expenses have been met and flow into your throughput dollars flow into your profit bag. That's your net profit. Last session we talked about productivity, which is throughput dollars divided by OE. And we said when that ratio of throughput dollars over operating expenses is equal to 1, you're at break even. When it's at 1.1, you're at break even 2, which is the level of net profit, 10% net profit, that you need to sustain your business in the long term. So those are two that we've introduced already. Let's add a third one. Let's talk about return on investment. Well, the whole reason we go into business is to get a return, right? And so the ROI of your business can be looked at as net profit, which includes throughput dollars and operating expense, divided by inventory. So the money your system is earning divided by the money your system has tied up in future earnings. Okay, so if you're making $1,000 and you have $10,000 of inventory, your return on investment is 10%. The next measure is inventory turns. How fast are you turning money? And this formula is, again, a simplified version, is throughput dollars. That's the amount of money your business is earning divided the amount of money tied up in producing it. Okay, and so there's your inventory turns. If you have 12 months of inventory and 1 month of throughput dollars, you're going to have not many inventory turns. So you got to look at these numbers and start analyzing your business and think about what direction you want each of these measures to go. So throughput dollars, do we want more or less? We want lots more. That's our biggest leverage for making money, right? It's bringing in more revenue through sales. So number one focus, get throughput dollars up. Number two focus, drive inventory down. the cost of producing your product in terms of materials, right? Negotiate with the suppliers, buy less of it, or receive less of it, buy it on basically consignment, right? And then operating expense, smallest of the three levers, right? You want to drive it down, but you never want to drive it down to the detriment of throughput dollars or inventory, right? And so as we're looking at driving our business with these metrics, we want throughput to go up, and that's our biggest lever. That's what we concentrate on. That's why this whole economic series has been about understanding the profitability of your product mix, of your service mix, and making sure that you're clear on how you really make money, because making money, earning money is the most important part of your business. Then focus on inventory reductions, and then focus on operating expense reduction, right? When doing this will drive your net profits up, your productivity up, your return on investment up, and your inventories up. And of course, make more money, right? So included in our dashboard now, last time we introduced the productivity for quoting, making, and earning money. Now we're going to add return on investment and inventory turns to your dashboard. In the next session, and what's going to be the last session for now, in understanding your economic engine, we'll talk about cash flow. And cash, as you'll see, is the most important element of your business that you truly want to understand and manage. With that, thank you very much. I'm Rick Phelps with Action Coach, and I can be reached at rickphelps@actioncoach.com, or there's my cell phone. You can call me directly. I'd love to have a conversation with you about how to apply these metrics into your business, and just to hear your stories on how this is helping you become a more profitable manufacturer. Thanks, and have a safe and profitable day.